And we're back looking at the French Open. That's right, guys. We have qualifiers. It's what it's all about, guys. Qualifying. This is where the ladies have an opportunity to actually make some money. I'm excited to see it. If they make it into the main draw, I mean, that's what, plus or minus $150,000, like 18,000 to get out of the first round, and it goes up from there. We got some good tennis coming up, guys. Paulina Hercog taking on Tamara Zadansek. Listen, Tamara is a good shot maker. She's going to be undersized here, though. Hercog has power, but I do think both ladies should hold. I'll take the first set over 8.5. Kanepi, Marcinko. Kanepi's coming back. I don't know how she's going to look, guys. She hasn't looked good so far. She hasn't won. I think she's only won one match on the year. And Marcinko, she's got a good clay record going for herself. But being a 2-1 underdog, I like Kanepi to win a set. It's too tempting. I'll take the more experienced, better clay player to win a set. I talked about age. Kanepi's at that point where she's got to ask herself, what is she playing for? Is it money? Is it, does she think she's got a chance to win the French Open? I mean, I talked about how once you get around 28, 29, 30, in particular over 30, your chances of winning a slam are just out the window. Unless you're Serena Williams, it's not going to happen. Kanepi is, I mean, she's approaching 40. I don't know. I don't know. But hey, I say play as long as you can. Enjoy it. It's your life. You only live once. But I'll take Kanepi to win at least a set. Matu and John John. Matu's a more experienced player here. She's a favorite. But I'm going to go with John John to win at least a set. The younger clay player. Matu's a really solid clay player. She's a veteran. But I'll take John John as an underdog to win a set. Neef and Simisaja. I think Simistaja might be the better shot maker, but Neef is really good too. She's young, she's upcoming. I'll take the first set over 8.5. I think they'll both make shots. Az and Noya Ogulyu. Noya Ogulyu is powerful. She has a powerful forehand. She's a good, solid German player. I think it's a match that Noya Ogulyu. I think she can beat Oz. She's gonna have to fine tune those rockets though. I think she'll hold though. I take the first set over 8.5. Uchima, I like Uchima to get the victory there. Yang and Tabello, we're gonna take it over on that match. First set over 8.5. Barthel, Priscilla Hahn. Priscilla Hahn's the underdog. I'm gonna take Priscilla Hahn to win at least a set. Dinu or Machia. I have watched these ladies play in the past. This is a match I really don't have an opinion on, to be honest with you. I think it could go either way. Um, we'll take an over. I think both ladies, look, when you're in these qualifiers and you're playing these matches, there's a lot of money at stake. Now I think it's going to make for an interesting match, but I don't really have an opinion on that match, to be honest with you. Hantama and Zhao. So look, we'll take the first set over 9.5. Hantama and Zhao. I like Hantama to win that match. Kaliva and Pagasi. Kaliva's, look, she's good. She's a good upcoming American. Pagassi's just a little too experienced. So I think Pagasi wins that match. Kawa and Knutson. Kawa is very experienced. I'll take Kawa to win that match. Roy Gorcheska. We're going to go with another total. We're going to go with the first set under 9.5. And Yu taking on Tara D. I think Yu's going to come there. Watson taking on Ruzik. Ruzik's playing good. Watson, not so good. Watson's the underdog. I think Watson can win at least a set. Zavatska, Stardup, Seva. You can't tell me that match doesn't go over 19.5 games. Arango and Diva. And Diva's playing good on clay. Arango, though, she's been in the bigger, tougher clay battles. I think Emiliana Arango wins that match. Basals and Stakuzik. She's a more experienced player here. I think it's going to be a good match, though. I I could see Basals. I mean, she's from Spain, guys. She's a good clay player. I think I'm going to have to go with Basals to win that match. She is the underdog. I'm gonna take her to win the match. I do think she can win a set. I think I'm gonna take her to win the match. I think she can win the first set outright. Bondar, Zakirova. Bondar is a more experienced clay player. Zakirova is playing well though. She's had some good last few seasons, but I'm gonna go with the more experienced player in Bondar to prevail. Irina Bara over Jakupovic. and Bulgaru. I'm going to take the more experienced player to come through in the win there. Eva Liz. I'm going to take Eva Liz, the more experienced player who I thought Eva Liz was here to stay a couple years ago, and she's been struggling. I do think Liz wins this match though. Poppy Machado, Daria Snyder. It's going to be an unconventional match. Daria doesn't let opponents find their rhythm, and I think because of that, I think the first set goes over 8.5. Katie Volley-Nets and Stefani. Stefani is the more experienced clay player. She's had several matches where she's been underdog lately. The problem with this matchup is Stefani, I don't like how she double faults. I think she doubles faults too much. And Katie Volley Nets is not the more experienced clay player, but I think Volley Nets will find a way to win because I think she can capitalize on Stefani's mistakes. Stefani is the better clay player though, but I'm going to go with Katie Volley Nets to win. Sara Irani, actually, we'll do that match last. Ayavia, Salik Mativa. This is a match here. Look, I'll take the first at over 8.5. Sun, I'd like Sun to get the victory there. Rodianova taking on Sarik. This is going to be a good match because Rodianova is the underdog. Rodianova is the more experienced player, but Sarik's she's winning matches. She's playing well. I'm gonna take Rodianova to win at least a set. Sara Irani and Ann Lee. This is a matchup where Sara Irani's coming off of that impressive Rome championship where I think Coco Gauff gave the Italian fans a gift. It looked like Coco wasn't even trying to get that serve in. I mean, I watched Coco enough. Look, I think she gave the Italian fans a gift. Ann Lee has got power. Ann Lee is going to try and dictate the pace and tempo from the baseline. She's going to give Irani the deep balls. And I think Ann Lee can... Nah, I don't think Ann Lee has the patience to stay in these rallies. Ann Lee had a stretch a couple years ago where after Wimbledon, she didn't win a match from July to October. That was brutal. And the reason why a lot of that occurred is because I don't think she has the patience. She's like a Potapova. She's like a Georgie, not I think a Georgie might be too extreme, but she's like a Potapova. She is going to press the issue, force the issue. She's going to give you a deep ball, try to extend you past the lines. She is not a disciplined clay player like Sara Irani. So, although I think that Irani should win, I'm gonna take Ann Lee to win at least a set because I think this is a match that Ann Lee's power is going to be able to frustrate Irani in a lot of these exchanges. I think Ann Lee can win, and I'm going to take her to win a set. Is that all we got? That's going to be all the picks, guys. So that's the first round of qualifiers here at the French Open. Now, once we get to the main draw, we're going to get down to these really, really solid, good picks, right? And they're all going to be good. We're going to get back to 80%. I don't like the schedule because these tournaments, they're all on top of each other, and it's not necessarily letting... And we got... Who else we got? We got more matches here. There's more qualifier matches here that I have to cover too, so stay tuned for another video. Who else we got? We got Jill Teichmann qualifying. This is really good here. So I just think the schedule's brutal because you have players that they're not even going to be in qualifiers. They're playing in some of these other tournaments. I don't know. I just think the schedule's a little bit brutal. I agree with Rebecca. I think the schedule, at least for this phase here in May, this schedule sucks. You got players in Strasbourg that are literally trying to get to France right away. And I hate how they stack these pre-tournaments right before the slam because the quality of tennis gets compromised. But nonetheless, guys, stay tuned. We're going to get some juicy picks coming. Watch the other two videos. Like them, show some